Skies are blue, the world's awake, it's time for you. Start it right, you know it's true. Anson in the morning.
I don't know if you guys could hear me, but I love singing along with that theme song. It's catchy, it's quick, and it's whatever. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Anson in the Morning. I'm Anson. I'm here. You're there. Let's do this. All right, let me turn down the gain on this just a little bit because I can hear that I'm just blowing your eardrums out. Guys, it's Christmas. Christmas comes, Thursday? Christmas comes this time each year. Christmas comes Thursday. They got the tree going. I got some presents under there. Getting a few things for the kiddos and the wife. She really wanted this watch that I got her. So, what are you going to do? Anyway, I'm not really a big gift giver, though. Are you guys? Because to me, I don't know. I never know what to get. I think we talked about this on the last episode where it was like, what do I do? What do I do? What am I going to get you that's anything better than what you can get me or what you can't buy yourself all year long? I listen and everybody's like, you got to be a good listener to get the perfect gift. You got to be in the pocket. And I'm like, okay, but I listen a lot. As anybody knows, I'm a listener. I shut the fuck up, tune my ears in, and get my brain going. It's not waiting to talk. I want to hear what you have to say. But somewhere along that path, the idea of, oh, that would be a good gift never comes into my mind. And I don't know if that's me or what. I don't know. But I've never been a good gift giver. Father's Days for my parents, fucking Valentine's Day, you name it. I always try to get something. But I never know what to get. I mean, are you guys shitty gift givers? Are you good gift givers? Let me know. What do you guys do all year long to remind you that, oh, this would be a great gift for the kids? You know what I mean? Because it's important. You want to be a good gift giver, right? You want to be the guy that oh, you thought so much of me to get this, and I've always wanted to be that guy. It's just not. I don't know. I don't know, and I feel like a shithead like I said, I don't it's in my DNA that I wanna help people. If you ask me for $100 and I have it, it's yours. You ask me for something and I'm gonna give it to you. I'll do anything you want as long as you say thank you. I mean, pretty simple, right? I'm just I'm just not the guy. But I'm driving, I had to go get gas this morning, get a few things before the show started, and I'm in the car and I've got the radio tuned to the Christmas station and I'm hearing the songs, and it really triggered with me because today's show is gonna be about a bunch of different stuff, but it was that Christmas music that really got me thinking. What happens when the holiday spirit's over? What happens in January? We all become assholes again? Because isn't it so fun? Like, I went to the store this morning, and I got a few things, and the guy on the way out, "Hey, man, Merry Christmas." That's the only time he talks to me, is once a year on Christmas. I never hear, "Oh, hey, man, have a great March." What? It just doesn't come up. So why are we so nice during the holidays and not so nice any other time of the year? What is it about Christmas that brings out that? Is it the gift giving? Is it that we want to seem good? Because it seems like once December 25th is over, on December 26th, we all go back to being Karens and assholes and, getting on with our life. Yeah, it's a special time of year. There's a tree in my house. It's got fucking lights on it and there's packages underneath wrapped. And the music and the food and, you go down the street and you see all the decorations on the stores and it gives you this uplift. Why can't we do this every day of the year? Like, why can't we be Christmas people or Christmas people all the time? Why only during the holidays do we take time to say, "Hey, man, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, happy holidays," whatever the fuck it is. Kwanzaa, holiday, I don't care. We always take the time to go out and say, "Hey, thank you. Merry Christmas. Have a great day. Let me help you with this. Let me put some money in the Salvation Army thing where the Santa's ringing the bell." How come there's not a guy ringing the bell 24/7 all year long and we don't feel compelled to give gifts? You got a guy in front of the store saying, "Hey, man, can you help me with a buck?" And you turn your nose. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. I drove by a guy at Walmart the other day sitting out front with a sign, hungry. I had a bag of groceries that somebody gave him and he put the sign up. Problem is that I don't think you're hungry. If you were hungry, you'd be eating the food that somebody gave you instead of having your sign back up saying, "I need help." I don't know. I feel bad though because maybe the guy's hungry. Maybe he's got, more mouths to feed than what that food there is for. Maybe he's got 10 kids. I don't know. But I always feel schmucky when I drive by him, but I don't want to be taken for a schmuck because that's happened too. I remember one year in this town, I was driving cab and I go to Walmart to pick someone up. And what happens? This lady comes up to me with her two kids. She's like, "Sir, please, I need to," and she's a foreign lady. "I need to buy presents for my kids. Please, please, please." I gave her $10. I was like, "Yeah, man, go get presents for the kids." Well, she was there 3 days later doing the same scam to the same people, including coming back to me. And I was like, "I gave you $10. Didn't you use that? It couldn't have been the only $10 you got today. I couldn't be the only person that decided to give you money. It's a scam." And they're not from town. They're out of town. And then you hear from somebody else, yeah, they've been scamming people all over the fucking North Coast for months. When it comes to Christmas stuff, these are the people. I'm like, well, I got taken. So do I want to be a gift giver when you get taken like that? No. Then again, there's the off chance that maybe the dude needs the money. Maybe the guy on the side of the road with the sign needs the food. So where's the line? Where's the holiday spirit? Should the holiday spirit go all year? Should I just give them my money all the time? What about my kids who need food? I got 3 kids who need to eat, who need shoes, who need to be dressed for school and stuff, and I can't be giving money away willy-nilly to every stranger on the street, but I feel that when I don't give and I don't help, I'm not producing the holiday spirit all year long, which is kinda like what we're talking about today, right? Like, how do we continue the holiday spirit all year? It's tough. It everybody out there I tell my kids, "Listen, when you walk out that door to go into the world every day, nobody gives a fuck about you except the people under this roof, your family. So I'm gonna provide for my family." But then I also tell my kids if somebody's in trouble, we help them, right? Like that's what we do. We step outside of ourselves and we help them out. I can't tell you how many countless people have been, "Hey, Spicy Anson," I'm sorry, I go by Spicy with the other show. "Anson, I'm going through some tough times. Maybe you throw me a few fazools, get me through it." Of course. Of course. Just recently I had to ask somebody to borrow some money just because something came up. And he helped me out, and I'm slowly getting it repaid back. It wasn't a small sum, but it needs to be. And he was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." I wish I could be like that all the time with everybody. "Yeah, man, no problem. You're on the side of the road, you got 3 kids around you, you got a hungry dog, no problem." But it just feels like, you know, you get taken advantage of more than I wish I could see where those dollars went. Does that make sense? Like, show me let me take you to go get food and then sit across from me at the restaurant and tell me your story while you gorge on the food. Good. We're connecting as people. I'm helping you out because I know you are because you're eating the food in front of me. You're getting full. And how do I get repaid back? I get a cool story out of it. I get to learn your life. I'd rather that all day long. I've always said, I don't think, there's these countries that have their kids that go into the military service at 18 and you have to do 2 years. They have to. Like, that's cool. What you should do is give these kids a passport and say, you have to go travel. You have to go around the world. You have no choice. Just to see what other people are like, because guess what? We all wanna take care of our families, just like that guy on the street. We all wanna feed our kids. We all wanna have good jobs. We all wanna just, die with dignity and have a good life to look back on. We're all the same. So I guess, guys, what I'm saying is when the Christmas music turns off on Friday morning at midnight, and presents are all unwrapped and the kids don't care about what you got them 3 days ago, a week from now, go out and give something. Do something. In April, go out and do something for somebody, not just something small. I don't know. I don't know. It's Monday morning. I'm tired. It's been a hell of a week. So let me tell you about my father's birthday party. Uh, a week ago, or I'm sorry, not last Thursday, but Thursday before that, the 11th of December, I drove to Portland to visit my father for his 85th birthday party. Now, this guy, I make the joke, this guy can't die. You could put this guy in a chamber with no oxygen, he walk out going, "God, it was nice in there." Like, this guy has got the genes to keep going. So 85. My father, has started a so if you guys don't know, I have a dad and a daddy. I never had a mom and a dad. I was adopted by 2 gay guys growing up. They raised me. It's the only life I know. Um, so dad, who is 85, had this great party. Daddy died about 10 years ago. It happens, cancer, whatever. But when that happened, my father really broke out of his shell. It was like, I've got things to do. And he started this alliance in Portland for LGBTQ people that can get together, they can help each other, they can support each other. Like the mayor knows about this. Like it's a whole thing, right? Like it's a big deal. My dad and this other guy started this whole thing. And he's really become like this icon in Portland, almost like a mascot for the LGBTQ community. In fact, somebody said that your dad's our mascot. Um, so let's talk about the trip up and everything that happened in Portland, and then we're going to go on to Christmas because I know Jacob wants to get to sleep, and we have a special surprise here in about 10 minutes on the show. So I leave for Portland. I love the drive. I've got a Dodge Charger. It's 2012. Only got 62,000 miles on it. Barely broke in. Loves to run. I can get 400 miles on a full tank of gas. It's an amazing car. And that's my favorite is go to Portland. It's a 6-hour trip. I can put on some podcasts and I can just fly. And that's what I did until I hit Eugene. And can you guys tell me why every old lady feels she needs to be in the fucking fast lane? I mean, what is this? Why? Why do you need to be in the fast lane? Pull the fuck over. You see, you got a line of 15 cars behind you, all flashing their lights and honking and having to pass you on the right. Pull the fuck over, please, please. And then once I do go over, she gives me the look, the fuck you, lady, you're doing 62 on the highway and we're all trying to do 80. Pull the fuck over. Just stop. Sorry, got my blood boiling. I had to get it out of me into the internet so that you all could hear it and other people could all fucking hear it. So I finally get to Portland. Oh my God. Living in a small town for so long with one main road in and out, which is Highway 101. Man, to get onto I-205, I-84, I-5, just going around Northeast Portland, Southwest Portland. I went to my buddy Frank's house. That's where I stayed. You guys hear me talk about Frank all the time. I get to Frank's house. I drop my stuff off, wash my face, get myself cleaned up, change my shirt. Boom, off to Portland. Crossing the Broadway Bridge, have to turn on to Second. All of downtown's in display. And I'm going to tell you guys, I got a little sad. It really did. I'm like, I don't live here anymore. I don't live in this metropolis, this bustling city full of people and life. No. I mean, on the way to my dad's party from Frank's place, I must have passed 25 clothing stores. We have one here in town and it's Walmart. I have to order my shit online. How do you think I get my snazzy shirts? Walmart don't carry this, you know? It's what we got. And all the people. And I mean, you want to feel like Christmas? Go to a big city for a day. See all the decorations. Go down to their town square and see the tree. I passed the Pioneer Courthouse Square tree. God, it was beautiful, And then I park downtown. I've got to go to a parking meter and pay for parking with my card and all this shit. It was great because I don't get to do this stuff very often. I felt like an Amish person let out of the fucking farm for a month. I forgot what they call that, but you know what I mean. And no sooner do I park the car than one of my dad's friends who I had met at his 83rd birthday party 2 years ago. How the hell he remembers me? He's like, "Anson?" I'm like, "Yeah." "I'm sorry, man. I couldn't remember your first name at the time, and not now either because I've got a lot to talk about. So that's names aren't on my mind right now." But he's like, "Oh yeah, the party's just right down there. We walk together, we go in there, and there's my dad. 85 years old, the gray hair, beard, holding court with like 20 people around him just listening to every word that comes out of his mouth. I mean, this guy was born with a charisma of 10. If you guys are rolling, like D&D stat sheets, he's got the charisma. He's got the chutzpah. He's got the presence. Everybody loves my dad. Me too. I love my dad too. Me and Daddy, we had our whatevers, and maybe someday down the road we'll talk about that. I don't really want to get into all that on Anson in the Morning right now because this is a happy Christmas episode. So, but there's Dad. and he's just rocking it. And then as soon as everybody sees me, they have to run up. Oh, it's Anson. Look, it's, I feel like a prince. Like they all love the king. The prince is here. I get a little attention. It was kind of nice, right? Like meeting new people, seeing old friends that I had seen at my dad's place or at a party 2 years ago, old faces. And I knew they were both going to be there, but I look over in the corner and from both sides of the family, from dad's family is my cousin Donna. Now, her and I have the same birthday, and she was born 10 years ahead of me. So there's that. And then sitting next to her having a chat, looking all good, was my cousin Timothy. Again, 10 years older than me. You guys have heard me talk about this guy time and time again. This is my big brother in life. He's the one that got me into Star Wars. He's the one that got me into, a lot of things. Like we'd spend a ton of, in fact, we spent so much time reminiscing about things that I remembered that I didn't think he'd have any idea of. It's like, do you remember when we'd go into your room and play board games? Like, who would remember that but me, because it was a good time spending time with my big brother. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember this, remember that, remember" going back and Donna too, she wanted to be a police officer at one point in her life, and I was like, "Do you remember, like, when you would read me my rights and you were getting into all that and this and that?" And, it was good to remember the old times. Um, it brought me right back to being a kid again. It really did. Dad was there, my cousins were there. Friends that I knew, friends of my dad's, of course, that I knew that were there, and it was special. Uh, I don't know how many more birthdays the old man's got left, but I promise you I'm gonna try to make every damn one of them because, I really love him, and it's really cool to see the hard work that he's doing in Portland. I mean, 85, he still works, what, 2, 3 times a week at a gas station pumping gas. He's still, meeting with his friends. He goes to the gym 4 times a week. I'm not gonna be alive at 85, and he's out here rocking it, man, rocking it. Can you believe it? So maybe that's my Christmas present from my dad is he's still here. Um, I love you, Dad. If you see the episode, I know you don't watch a lot of my shows and stuff, but if you do watch this, I love you a lot. Merry Christmas. All right, let's move on. I've got a list of stuff to talk about before, and I don't know how long this episode's going to be. Okay, so there we go. Ah, this was another good part of the trip. After the party, we go. And I'm staying at Frank's because I don't see the guy. Just like my dad, I see him when I come to Portland, which is not very often. So I go stay over at Frank's and, you guys know me. I'll have a couple of beers every now and then, or, I'll take a shot or two, but I'm not a mad drinker. I don't like to be plastered. It's not fun for me. That feeling of just being wiped out is just out of control. I don't like it. Frank buys a bottle of this thing called Portland potato vodka. This shit is amazing. It tastes great. We are mixing it with apricot LaCroix. So, a little fizzy soda with a little touch of flavor, and then you got the vodka, right? And I told Frank, well, let's each have one and we'll go play some Hell Divers. That's our game that we like to play together. And so we each have a drink. We go play Hell Divers. Um, we lost the first mission or some shit. I don't remember what happened, but I go back into Frank's room. I bring the bottle. I bring some liqueur, and we just sit there and we drink and we drink and we drink. And we killed the bottle between us. We had half a big old bottle of tequila or vodka. And again, it wasn't the drinking that I was really having a good time with. It was just like with me and my cousins or me and my dad at the party. Me and Frank really got a chance to look back, and see where we came from and why we are who we are. And that was super special. I don't I don't like to be away from my family. I love my kids. I love my wife. I mean, I have a great family. I have a great house. I got cars. I got dog, cat. I'm living the typical lifestyle in a small shitty town that I don't like. I mean, that's one thing I don't like is this fucking town. But that being said, um, I got to go back. We got to sit and talk and reminisce, and it was good. It reminded me once again that you know what, I've got a ton of people that I love that I need to be there for. I need to look out for. What? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a ton of people. You forget when you're in a small town. You can feel lonely. And with Christmas coming up and seeing all the people in a good mood and all that stuff, it was super special. So guys, anybody who was in Portland, Timothy, Donna, Frank, my dad, all the friends of my father's who made that day special for him, guys, thank you for making that an incredible trip. I needed that. It was a refresher for my soul, believe it or not, seeing everybody and getting to be around everybody. I'll tell you this. There is one there is one present that I would like. One thing that I would love, and that is to be able to meet Fatsy, my Jacob, my co-host for Fat and Spicy. The co-owner of PNS Studios with me. He's my business partner. Um, he's my brother, he's my best friend. He really is. I mean, Frank, you're my brother. Like you're my blood brother. Jacob, you're on the other end of that. You're my boy. You're your family to me, all of you guys. I can't believe how much we've gotten to know each other over the last 3 years, Jacob. You're just a good dude. So I know you're watching. Um, I wanted to say thank you. Now let's continue on with that because I've only been 20 minutes into the show and I've got to go a little early today. I've got things to do, so it's going to be a short little show. It's not going to be too long, but I do want to talk about the gift giving and Jacob. Man, I've always been a schmuck with gifts. Like I told everybody on the show, I don't know what to do. My idea of a gift is being there for you all the time. It's being part of the company. It's being part of whatever. It's us doing this thing. I don't know, but Jacob, this guy knows how to fucking give a gift. Uh, Last year he got me this pen set signed by David Prose, Darth Vader, the guy who was in the suit, Darth Vader. He got me. He noticed that my sunglasses were all fucked up. And so, Spicy wears sunglasses on the show because at nighttime I've got extra lights on me. It's dark. During the day, I've got nice windows in the office and studio, so I get not a lot of natural light. But at night, I've got to have the lights on me, and they kill my eyes. I'm kind of photophobic, is what the doctor said. So really bright lights fuck me up. So I wear sunglasses. And Jacob was sweet enough to see that my glasses were broken and bought me a beautiful new pair of sunglasses. Again, a great gift giver. I didn't get him shit. I don't know what to I don't know him. I mean, I knew him, but I don't know. This year I got him a shitty game. He wanted the game and, for off Steam, it was cheap. I had a few bucks in my account and I did that. Again, I just didn't feel like like I did right. You know what I mean? It just didn't feel proper. And then in the mail comes a package from Jacob, fucking present. And and I'm gonna open it on air. He told me to wait and open it. And then he wrote me a little letter that he sent me that I got to read you guys. And then we're gonna wrap up the show with whatever. But let's see what Jacob got. Let me show you what a good friend my boy is. Again, I haven't opened this. I don't know what it is. It looks like a picture frame. You get something framed? What is that? Of course, I can't look it up. It's all wrapped up in shit. Let's see. Hold on, man. Give me a second. I got some scissors over here. I know this makes for riveting fucking podcasting, right? Spicy opening a fucking package. But give me a second, folks. Let's get this thing opened up. Holy moly. Holy moly, holy moly. Let's see. If I can get this off. What is this? Killing me here. You know how to wrap a package, my boy. What have we got? Are you kidding me? Autograph Star Trek. I mean, he knows everything about me. It even comes with the U.S. Postal Service postmark gallery coin. Looks like there's a certificate of authenticity on the back. I mean, it's a whole thing. limited edition shit. I mean, this is what I'm saying, guys. Man, thank you. You don't realize you got such good friends and people who give a shit about you and know what you like, know who you are. You're gonna get me. Usually on Fat and Spicy Show, we have a segment called "Make Spicy Cry" because I get emotional over things, and Jacob likes to show me videos and he likes to see me cry. And when you go out of your way to do something spectacular like this, I mean, this has got to be a 200 piece of $200 piece of artwork at least. At least, it is. I don't know. Man, I love you. I love you a lot, Jacob. I know this is a kiss my co-host's ass Christmas. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Also, your boy wrote me a letter this morning, a little message on Discord, and I'm gonna read this out because I don't know. It says spicy. Hey bro, first off, I hope you're feeling better. I was a little sick last week. I've been kind of on the ropes, but I'm better. I hope you and the family have a wonderful Christmas. I can't tell you how excited I am to bring in another year with you as my friend. I don't say this enough, but I want you to know how much you mean to me. Me too, buddy. You don't know. Let me get some coffee. My throat's getting a little. You've been there for me during some of my hardest moments when things felt heavy and I wasn't sure how I was going to keep pushing forward. You never judged me or tried to fix everything. You just showed up, checked in, and made sure I didn't feel alone. That mattered more than you probably realize. Well, I do talk too much sometimes, so I'm sure I didn't always listen. Sometimes I gave advice that wasn't warranted or needed, but I appreciate that, man. Let's continue. In this world, you're more than just a friend to me. You're my family. And even though you grew up an only child, I want you to know you'll always have a brother in me. I feel the same, dude. 100%. Um, he tied it together. If this were Star Trek, you'd be the one I'd want on the bridge when everything's on fire and nothing's going to plan. No speeches, no panic, just, yeah, we got this. Merry Christmas, brother. I love you. I love you too, dude. I love you a lot. This was above and beyond, bro. I don't know how to thank you. I don't know if I could ever thank you. I mean, it's beautiful. You know what I love. I love autograph signature shit, and that's all you get me. And I can't be cheap stuff. I see the stuff you get me. It's amazing. I really do. I really love you guys. All of my friends. I mean, everybody that's in my life. You know, I've had a couple people that I've worked with that we've had our whatevers at work. We're not always friends and stuff, but that doesn't mean you're not a part of my life. It doesn't mean that I don't love you. If I didn't love you, I mean, the opposite of love is indifference. And I'm not indifferent to anybody. I try to at least be there to talk to you. I try to give the love that I can, and it doesn't always come across that, especially like with my kids, right? I yell at my kids a lot. They see the mean guy on the outside, but they don't realize on the inside, I'm like, I'm super fucking proud of you, which I tell them too. The mean stuff comes sometimes because, I'm trying to make them listen. I'm trying to get them to be good kids in life, trying to get them to focus on the good shit. And sometimes it comes across, you know, I was gonna say to you guys, I was gonna tell you guys what I got my kids for Christmas. But since my boys are down here on the other side of the studio door doing some cleaning because they're really good kids, um, I can't. We'll tell you next week after Christmas. Um, so again, the holidays are over soon, a couple weeks. Are we all going to be going back to being schmucks, or are we going to be kind all week? All year. That's the important thing, right? I mean, look, we've got people who don't like other people because of their politics, which I don't understand. I don't care. You guys shouldn't even be talking about it anyway. I was always taught your vote's your secret. You don't go out. Two things you don't talk to weird people to strangers about. Weird people, um, religion and politics. You just don't start shit. But a lot of people want to be divisive. I don't think that's good for us. You know, um, if you see a guy on the side of the street, maybe throw him a buck. I'm gonna try to be more like that this year and not be so judgmental. He's gonna use it for booze. He's got plenty of food right there. I'm not gonna do that. No more Grinchy Anson. Um, to my friends out there who I'm not the best gift giver to, to all of them. This year I'm gonna make it. That's my New Year's resolution. Be a better gifter. be more attentive to the things I can do for people and be less focused on myself, you know? I think we can all just take a step back and stop looking at ourselves in the mirror so much and look around the world and see who else needs their mirror polished a little bit. Anyway, guys, it's been a half hour into the show. I've got to wrap it up. I've got to go. Sorry it was a short show, but it's Christmas. I got to take care of the Christmas shit. Guys, I love you. I'm going to ask you to do the thing again, like, follow, subscribe, click any of the buttons that show up at the bottom of whatever platform you're watching us on. You can always catch all of our other stuff. Where's the banner? I should have just put that up there. Here it is. There we go. Look at that. Visit our YouTube channel for other amazing PNS Studio content. At the PNS Studio, you'll find Three Wise Men, which they're doing every week, guys. Last week, guys, take the recommendation from Anson. Go listen to Three Wise Men last week. It was fucking hilarious. These guys are amazing. Um, we've got the Fat and Spicy show, of course, our flagship show, me, Jacob, and Laz. We'll be doing that. Probably we're not going to do that until after the first of the year. We'd kind of like to take the holiday off because we hit that hard every week. And when we're not doing the show, we're doing research, we're doing other stuff. So we really kind of need a break from all that. So we'll see you back after the new year for Fat and Spicy show. And my other New Year's resolution is to keep up on Behind the Pint. So that's another show that I love doing where I get to talk to people about their personal lives one on one. We start with, where you grew up. Tell me about your parents, tell me about your childhood. We'll find some trauma in there. We'll talk about how we got over the trauma, how we've moved on from all that, and then where you are today. It's just a good sit down with somebody where we have a couple of beers, we talk, it all comes out. If you guys would like to be on Behind the Pint, you can hit us up at I think it's called Fat Spicy Show at gmail.com. That's fat, PHAT, spicy show at gmail.com. Just say, I want to be on Behind the Pint, or you guys know how to get a hold of us if you're on Discord with us or any of that other stuff. So I had to do the business. I'm sorry, guys, what the contract requires. So anyway, um, I love you guys. I love each and every one of you that tune in, that give me a like, a view, a thumbs up, a comment, a subscribe. Even if you don't, the fact that you just watched and heard this old guy talk about some bullshit means the world to me. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, guys.